Hello, everybody. Hello, happy Monday. Kara Lockwood here with Kara's Color Me Creative. Today, I am going to show you how I'm going to add the finishing bling to this beautiful jewelry armoire. So hopefully you can see the detail on here. I'll bring you nice and close so you can see, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to show you how I'm going to dress her up by adding some fun stuff in here and some fun stuff on the edges. I'll show you the different tools, but we're going to add some bling, like gold bling. So I'm super excited about it. So if you come on here, just say hi. And if you're part of Kara's crew, say hashtag Kara's crew. And I'm going to go ahead and introduce myself right now, and we are going to get right at it, okay? My name is Kara Lockwood. My company is Kara's Color Me Creative, and I have a creative group called Kara's Color Me Creative, Artist in the Making. I call myself a creative life coach because I'm a certified life coach and I'm creative. And hi Peggy, and I coach all these women in my group how to grow their creative life, whether they want, it's a creative business. So I have a business group too, but I do all sorts of coaching for them, and I provide tutorials and inspiration and guidance and all that. Hi Peggy, hi Colleen, thanks for coming. Hi Mary. Yep, Mary is part of my crew, so she is one of the ladies in my group. So this was painted all in Daydream Apothecary paint, which is kind of the new kid on the block as far as chalk paints go. It's a clay-based paint. It is beautifully pigmented. There's two color lines. There's the Neons by Anissa, and those are translucent, so those require some building. Hi, Gina. Hello, Carrie. Kara's crew. Those require some building up, but then there is also the Coastal line by Llewellyn, and that's what most of these colors are. There is a little bit of the highlights in the neons in this piece, but it's turned out really beautifully. I just painted the sides of the drawers, so I don't know if I'm going to scratch those up, but I'm going to kind of show you the tools that I'm using and what I'm going to do to add the bling, okay? And we're going to do two things. We're going to do some hand-drawn bling on the side, and then on these drawers here, I'm going to have them each have a little surprise when they pull out. So I'm going to leave that out so it dries because it's still wet. I was just working on it before we went on. Hello, Tasha. Hi, Marlene. I'm feeling better. I'm still, not 100%. So if you guys are not aware, I had COVID, and last week I was on here and I wasn't aware that I had COVID at that time, but I did. And so it's been a really rough week, but I am on the mend. So I painted this beautiful, this is Scuba Girl. The color is called Scuba Girl. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get you in real close so you can see what I'm going to do. I'm going to draw gold rosettes on here. And I think it's going to be, I'm going to do it modeled after a stencil that Royal Design Studios does that I've always loved, done in metallic. But I'm going to hand draw it because it's way more fun to hand draw. I'm going to start from the bottom, okay? And this is what I have. This is a 18 karat gold leafing pen. Yes, leafing pen by Krylon. Ooh, I also have vertigo, so I can't look up. All right. It's a leafing pen, and these are great tools because it looks like paint. And so what I'm going to do on here is I'm going to cover this whole side, and I'll just do some with you so you can kind of see in rosettes, okay? And this is how I draw them. Stay still, little one. And it's going to end up being kind of dramatic, I think. Let's keep on. Let's make it a little bit bigger. You know, if I make them bigger, it won't be as hard on me. But this leafing pen is a gorgeous, can you see that? It's a gorgeous, gorgeous, really vivid gold. So when you do your roses, it's just important to let yourself go and not worry about the shapes. Because rose petals, if you look at them going head on, they go all wacky. Sometimes they're thin like that. Sometimes they're going to go out. It's going to be really pretty, don't you think, you guys? Hi, Jessica. Hello, Miss Hutchins. Miss Hutchins. And then I always say when I'm doing my doodle classes and we're talking about, you know, or when I'm doing my floral painting classes, we're talking about value and composition. We want big ones and small ones alike. So we need some big, this one's going to be a nice big one here. Time to get some more paint. There we go. So if you're new to my page, let me know where you're coming from. I am on YouTube. Thank you, Barbara. I am feeling much better. I am on YouTube and I am on Facebook right now. I also I'm also going to be going live on Wednesday nights on YouTube, and this Wednesday, and it's going to be relaxation art, wind down Wednesday, art for relaxation. And this Wednesday, I'm going to be talking about neurographic art for meditation. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, you need to kind of come and check it out. That looks kind of silly. So I'm just going to go like that and ignore that. And then that's going to end up being a leaf, but we'll fix that in a little bit. It looks a little silly. It's kind of, this is not my angle for drawing. But this is a beautiful armoire. It's all done in Daydream Apothecary paint. But see, this whole thing is going to be covered with these flowers. From Missouri. You love this. Oh, thanks, Tina. I appreciate that. I always appreciate, well, I appreciate all feedback, but positive feedback is the best. This is not easy for all of us to do, right, you guys? Oops, time for more paint. So I've had this particular gold leafing pen for about 1.5 years, and it's as good as new. And, you know, I just pull it out every once in a while. They last really nicely. It's from Krylon. How cool is that? This one's going to have to get a little bit bigger here, this guy, because I want him to go overlap. Oh my gosh, it does look like this. So my inspiration on this is this wallpaper that I love. Not wallpaper, sorry. a stencil from Royal Design Studio. It's called Rock and Roses. And back in the day when I lived in California, the owner of a store that I would go get my Annie Sloan paint in did a whole wall in metallic, like I guess it was a metallic gel paint, and the Rock and Roses stencil. And I just thought that was amazing. And I remember thinking, like, man, she had a lot of patience to stencil that whole wall like that. And then lo and behold, I became like a crazy stenciler. I love to stencil walls. If you've seen my dining room, you've seen one of them. But I used to do it. I used to stencil walls for friends, you know, and they'd pay me. Because that would be one thing I would never do for free, stencil a wall. So hard. Yes, it's a gold leafing paint pen. It's amazing. Okay, I'm going to put a little tiny one here. Remember, all different sizes. You want to have all different sizes to your pattern. Just fill this little crevice with a little baby. I'm going to have to fix that. I don't like it. I might leave some. I think I'm just going to have them go like that and not cover the whole thing. So I'll put one here. Sorry if my chest is in the way. Oh, here. I'll put the camera up. So is anybody experiencing bipolar weather in your area? I tell you, it was 20 degrees, and it was 7 degrees, and it's going to go back down to the 20s here in Texas. What's new? Today was gorgeous in the 70s, like 73 degrees. And today was the first time that I had the energy to exercise and walk. So I took my dog for a walk. COVID is just dumb, right, you guys? We hate it. We hate it. Let's keep on going because I want these guys to overlap. Okay, if you bear with me for a minute while I finish up this, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with the drawers, and hopefully at least one of them is dry so I can do what I want to do with them. And then when I do my doodling, I teach this in my class. I usually go back to certain areas and make like certain areas thicker, and it just packs a cool punch and provides a look that there's shading in there. And then I think I'm going to go off in that direction. Cool, isn't it? It's cool. All right, let me take it a little bit farther away. There, that way you can see exactly what I'm doing. And I'll finish up here, and then we're going to go to a drawer, okay? So let me get on this side. And I will, let's see, we'll do a little one here. Maybe even another little one here. Just like I said, get some of those little guys in there. Once you just like let yourself go with roses and not worry about it and think about, you know, it, they're really easy to make, and you can make them fast. Okay, and then I think I'll do, cool. Cool. Okay, so that's cool. I've got a nice design, right? Now, this cool pen, I can even take this, I can use gilding wax, I can kind of do that and add a little bit more gold to these areas. I can kind of just go like that a little bit and add some gold. Get some ink in there. It's pretty cool. It's acrylic, so it really, this piece is already finished, but this doesn't need to be finished. It's acrylic, it's not coming off. If I want to add like just a real thin edge on there with this pen. So I want to tell you a little bit about myself and my philosophy. I am a retailer of 2 paint lines, and I tell my group this all the time because I'll do, videos where I teach and all that in there. I am never, ever, ever, even though I'm a retailer, I want you to buy my paint from me. You can go on my website and buy my paint, but I'm never, ever going to say, you can't do this unless you have this product and just steer you that way just to sell the paint. I'm always going to show you, because one of my paint lines, I have gold wax, which I'm going to use right now. And I could have said, like, you have to use the gold wax for that. No, 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 I'm not going to do that. I'm a creator and I want you guys to create. Of course, I want you to buy the paint I sell, but I also want you to create with what you have with you. Because nobody needs to go broke in the midst of their creations. Okay, so I'm going to pull out washi tape. Okay, washi tape is amazing. I am going to stick it on my pants first so it doesn't pull any paint off. And I'm just going to kind of eyeball it and do this. Let me get on this side because I can eyeball it better this way. And yeah, and I'm going to try to create some stripes. We'll just pull it out, it'll be easier. So that is totally crooked. Hold on, because I'm going to show you a different product for this, okay? That did not work. How's everybody doing today? I'm the flower girl. I've never been a flower girl at a wedding. I would like to be a flower girl. Do we have a 55-year-old flower girl? Who's getting married and wants to let me be their flower girl? You guys, my son is getting married. That's exciting. Okay, just bear with me for a second. And I will show you how I'm going to put these stripes on. Okay, so I've got that. All right, we'll just do this side for the sake of this video. And put it here so you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. And I'm going to grab myself a brush and a paper towel. Okay, which brush do I want? I just pulled out 2 and I dropped 1. This one's about to break, but I'll use it. Okay, so I got a paper towel and a brush, and then I've got some gilding wax. This is DIY Paints gilding wax. You can use any gilding wax. You can use metallic paint, whatever you want, but this happens to be what I have available. This is really nice stuff. It's called Golden Rule. It's going to match that gold really nicely. I put some on my brush, and then the key to stenciling or doing any of this stuff is to wipe most of it off. Okay, so I could do this with a stencil. Oh yeah, come on, I want to be your flower girl. Okay, are you there? Can you see? Nope. There you go. Okay, and I'm just going to rub that on, and it's going to give a really soft gold sheen. Probably you're not seeing it right now because it's not built up. Hold on. you're going to have to wait until I take the tape off, because it's not really showing. So it's fairly translucent, but with gilding wax you can put it on heavy or light, but because I'm kind of stenciling it on like this, it's translucent. But we're going to see a real pretty gold stripe here in a second when I take the tape off. Now I just put the paint on, so I'm going to pray that the tape doesn't take the paint off. Okay. All right, let's see how that looks. Oh, it's going to be pretty. Look at that. Can you guys see it? All right. See the gold? There we go. Isn't that pretty? So it's very translucent. You can see right through to the purple, but you can tell it's gold, and it is really pretty. So when we open the drawer, we got the flowers, we got the gold stripes. Give me some hearts for that. I need hearts. Lots of hearts. Got some gilding wax down there. Okay, guys, because the rest of this project is just more of that same thing, and I don't know that you want to watch it over and over again. I don't like to do hour-long videos of myself doing the same thing. Hello, Robert. I will let you all go, and if you missed what I did earlier, just go back and watch the replay. This is on YouTube and Facebook. I will be back Wednesday night at 5. We are going to work on neurographic art for relaxation. Okay, thank you. I'm feeling better. We're going to work on neurographic art for relaxation. Wednesday at 5. I'll be here on Facebook and on YouTube. Okay. All right, guys, have a great evening. I love yous all. And extra love to Kara's crew. Thanks, guys.